everyone, and welcome to another exciting webinar hosted by Spain US Chamber of Commerce. My name is Gabriel, and I will be your moderator for this session, which we are hosting in collaboration with Vitalsurance, a Miami-based company that has been serving in the US market since 2011, a company that started with a small team and over the years has built a strong presence in Florida and beyond, thanks to their trusted services and close relationship with clients. Vitalsurance partner has a lot of partners like Cigna, Global, and other top-tier providers that offer customized protection with high quality and affordable insurance solutions for individuals, family, and organizations, both locally and internationally. And before we begin with the webinar and with the presentation, and for those that are joining us for the first time, let me briefly introduce the Spain US Chamber of Commerce. We are a no-profit organization dedicated to helping businesses expand into the United States through international consulting, event, networking opportunities, and informative sessions like the webinars. If you would like to learn more about our upcoming activities or explore other webinars, we invite you to take a look on our website, www.spainuschamber.com, or subscribe on our YouTube channel. Just a quick note that today's session will be recorded, so feel free to rewatch the webinar or share it with anyone that you think could benefit from the insights of today. At the end of the session, we will open a Q&A segment, so feel free to submit your questions at any time using the tab question that is located on the right side of your control panel. We will love to hear from you. You are very welcome with all the questions and have the chance actually today with the speakers that can cover all your doubts. Today, we are joined by two outstanding professionals from the insurance industry, Gabriel Brakha. He is the CEO of Vitalsurance. He's a multilingual senior executive with over 20 years of experience in international marketing and business development across US, Europe, and Latin America. Gabriel is known for creating strong sales and distribution networks, helping companies grow and bringing an international mindset to the way he leads. Joining him is Stephany Estrada, Business Development Manager at Cigna Global. Stephany brings a strong background in project management, sales, and recruiting. She is known for bringing businesses goals with team needs, approaching every initiative with creativity, flexibility, and strategic thinking. Gabriel and Stephany, it is a real pleasure to have you with us today. If you are ready, please go ahead and begin your presentation.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jarela, for the kind words and the opportunity to share some information about insurance. We thank the Spanish Chamber of Commerce, Jarela as well. And I also want to thank Stephany Estrada for joining in this session to share the information from the Cigna Global perspective. So today we're going to do something very unique and creative, which is showing the point of view from the brokerage side and also the company side. So we are the brokerage side, and Stephany Estrada comes from Cigna Global. She shares some of her thoughts as well. So to start, I'm going to tell you Vitalsurance has a website. There is a lot of information there and a lot of videos as well, and you can browse through it and get some more information about insurance, how it works, but we'll cover a lot of other information in the next slide. So I will go to the next slide. Thank you. So before we start sharing information, I wanted to give you some tips about important considerations before you purchase insurance. A lot of people are puzzled about insurance. They think it's very complicated, but when you have people like us that are holding your hand, it makes it smoother and much easier. So before you take insurance, you have to ask your question, would you like to have an individual insurance for a self-employed, or would you like to have a group insurance? because these are important considerations when you move from Spain to the US or vice versa. And by the way, Spain and France are the top European countries that are moving to the US, and a lot of big companies from Spain as well come to the US as well. The next point that I wanted to share, I think it's the network. A lot of people are puzzled what is a network. It's basically a list of providers, hospitals, diagnostic centers, doctors, specialists. You have to be sure that those are close to your home or are located nationwide or statewide or globally. Because if you need the service, you don't want to start scrambling where I'm going to find my doctors or hospital. So that's one of the reasons that we partner with Cigna Global, because it's a very strong company and they have a huge network as well. To the next point, is the annual coverage. The annual coverage is also important to know, because when you purchase the insurance, you need to know if your coverage is $1 million or unlimited or 2 million. I don't want to get into technicalities of that, but we'll help you to decide what is the best fit for you based on your budget. Because if you have unlimited type of coverage, obviously the cost of it will be much more expensive. So these are the things you have to consider when you move from Spain to the US, what plan you're going to choose about the coverage. The benefits coverage are very important as well. All the insurances today, they cover you for cancer treatment, chemotherapy, treatment of, God forbid, you have a heart attack or other surgeries because of an accident or an illness. So you need to know what are the benefits that are covered. So before you do that, you need to know there are some things that sometimes they are not covered, but most of the things, like I would say cosmetic things, are not covered unless it's medically necessary. But if you do a cosmetics just for the sake of the cosmetic, usually they're not covered. But if you do a cosmetic surgery because you had cancer or something like that, it is covered. The premium and the deductible, this is a very important topic to learn. The premium is the cost of the policy for one person or for the family or for the group. And you need to know what is the premium, how much you're going to pay for it. And the deductible is usually what you're going to pay, what you're going to participate if you're being in the hospital, because the insurance pays most of it, but not all of it. And not all of it means that you're going to pay a small portion if you're being in the hospital. So that's how it works in the US. For those who are coming from Europe or from Spain, they should know that's how it works in the US. We'll go to the next point. The strength of the carrier is very important. You need to know that if you go to a plan or a policy that is extremely cheap and it's an unknown carrier, it can represent a problem for you in the future. You don't know if they're going to pay the claims on time or if they're going to pay the claims at all. So, for example, Stephany Estrada represents Cigna Global, which is a very, very strong carrier, and that's the reason we decided to partner with them. There are other considerations that you should take as well, because today there is a lot of people that are very busy with their schedule, and they don't have time to go to a doctor or to urgent care and make a decision. Oh, I'm going to go for 2 hours, wait for the doctor. They need to consult quickly with the doctor and tell them, is it worth it to go to the emergency room or urgent care? So you can do a video conference with a doctor, and those benefits are offered by the carrier, by the insurance company, and you can do that. They also offer telehealth even for mental health as well. So if you feel a little bit down or depressed, it's also an opportunity for you to also work to the video instead of waiting for the next appointment with a mental health practitioner or professional. Other things, other consideration that you should consider is when you move to a specific country, doesn't have to be the US, it can be also in Asia or other parts of the world. If you travel or if you work in an island and they don't have any good hospitals over there, emergency evacuation is for you. Because if you cannot be treated in a clinic in a small place, in a specific geographical location, you need to be transported. If you don't have that benefit, it will cost you probably between 20,000 to 200,000. It's a very big expense. And I suggest you get this benefit. It will help you because you never know what may happen. We go to the next slide. The next point is the age of the member. One of the reasons I decided also to partner with the Cigna company is because there is no age limit. And a lot of people that, for example, decide to go and retire elsewhere in the world, some of them are 80, 90, 95, 70. It's not an issue of age anymore. You can do that and you can retire, and the insurance policies will take your application. Obviously, as long as you are pretty healthy and you work out, then they will take you for the application. Okay, we'll go for the next slide. These are some of the pictures of people that are in my team. In our team, we speak 9 languages. A lot of languages, which helps to cater to the needs and to the culture of different people. Obviously, we speak Spanish. We have probably 5, 6 people that speak Spanish and Portuguese. We have Jorge. We have Mercedes Makarevich. Jorge speaks an Argentinian Spanish, which is fine. She speaks a Cuban Spanish, which is fine. And we'll go for the other people in my team, which are Eric Bornstein. He speaks Russian, so there are people that like to speak Russian as well. And Benjamin Barbaro is also a very experienced French person. And goes is an amazing athlete. He had the Ironman many times in his life, but he's very knowledgeable in insurance as well. So these are part of the team, and so I just wanted to share with you really quickly about that. The services that we provide is very simple. We are like an advisor. So we're not here to sell you something. We're trying to give you tips and guide you. Sometimes when I talk to people, I tell them, just stay where you are. You with a good insurance, I don't think you should move. But people that are expats usually need to know exactly what they should do when they move for another country. So we try to give you the different scenarios, what they should do and what they shouldn't do. Other things that we do is, besides the consultations, we do a post consultations, because after someone purchased the insurance, the member expect to get a response of something he forgot to ask. And this is something we do all the time. We have a team that will help you, because you need to know exactly how the policy works. And if you're not happy with the existing policy, you can change it after a year or so and make few adjustments. And this is something we do as well, because the health hopefully will stay good forever, but sometimes it changes, and that's why we have to do those adjustments. We also help with the claims services as well. So usually the insurance carriers help in paying the provider, the hospital directly. There's no problem about that. But sometimes there are situations that the member is with a doctor and the doctor doesn't accept the insurance. So we help liaison or brokering the process between the member and the insurance carrier as well. And as I mentioned before, we speak 9 languages. We just hired the last person from Vietnam, so we also have a Vietnamese language as well. So we try to assign consultant to the person comfort, so they can get the best service, not only knowledge, but also according to their comfort as well. We have people that clients that do insurance in the US and outside the US, and we try to explain the differences of having coverage in the US and outside the US as well. This is part of our services. This is actually information provided by Cigna Global about some of our clients that purchase insurance. And so we have different levels of products. The platinum is the most expensive one, and it's very rich. The gold is the medium, and the silver is the least expensive, but it's also good. And you can see that there are different percentages of people purchasing, for example, with the gold, 33%. It depends on their level of needs and level of purchasing power as well, of what they need as well. And the area of cover, most of our clients are located 91% worldwide. Which worldwide means that includes the coverage of the US. And there are some people that decide not to include the US, which means they don't live in the US. They're living somewhere else, and they happy to rely on the hospitals outside the US. Go to the next slide. So this is a little bit of another stats about our clients. We have some clients from Spain as well, 7.1%. We hope to increase it from people from all over Spain, from Madrid, from Barcelona and other areas in Spain. There are people from all over the world, Mexico, Brazil, etc. And you can see the customer mix. A lot of our customers are located in the US and also in Europe and Thailand. Thailand has become a very good destination for expats. Bangkok, by the way, is the #1 most visited city in the world. And the second one is Paris. I guess other European cities follows by that. So I wanted to share a little bit of information of what clients should do and members should do before taking insurance as well. I wanted to show you some statistics as well. And you can see the customer age band is different. We have a lot of people that are between 40 to 59, which means that these are self-employed business people from Europe moving elsewhere. It can be to the US, but there are a lot of people also digital nomads that are in the area of 30 to 39 and also in the high 20s, that they move around the world, so they need insurance as well. And those retirees that are more than 60, also, which represent 19%, they also like to purchase those insurance because they need to be covered for treatment when they are outside of their home country. So in order to summarize everything here is basically we are here as a broker to help you, to give you tips of how to acquire insurance. We've been doing that for a long time. We only partner with strong carriers. We don't like to partner with carriers that just started. We don't do experiments with clients. It's not our style. And if you have any questions after this presentation, we'll be happy to answer. And I will pass the presentation now to Stephany, that will share you the perspective from Cigna Global, which will be very interesting. Thank you.
Thank you, Gabriel. Thank you so much, everyone, for attending. And it certainly is daunting entering the world of insurance, and then global insurance is definitely something different. So today we hope to be a great resource to you and discuss a little bit of why you should trust Cigna. As Gabriel mentioned, there are many options out there in the global space. However, lately in the past 2 years, we've seen some companies go under. Some of them went insolvent. Some of them are exiting the global space. And so that presents an issue for all of the members in those plans, because now they're scrambling, finding insurance. Some of these people were maybe undergoing treatment that they have to stop now and look for insurance. Well, Cigna is different because we, as you can see with our revenue, we are here to stay. Cigna is a group that is rooted in healthcare with over 230 years of work in the industry, 247 billion in revenues, and we do hold a 33rd place in the Fortune 500 list in 2024. Cigna is built to perform with a purpose, and our purpose is to help our members improve their vitality, health, and wellness all around. Cigna truly wants to partner with everyone to ensure that you can count on us and that we're there in the long run. So some of the reasons of why choosing Cigna that sets us apart from everyone else is, as Gabriel has mentioned in other slides, there's no upward age limits. At some other plans you will have to leave the plan after 60 or 65. At Cigna, there's no worry with that. Anybody can apply at any age and stay on the plan as long as they want. Age is not a factor for us. Your claims, how you claim in the year will not impact your renewability or if you can stay on the plan. There are some insurance companies that will take you out of the plan if you're on your number of claims. And here at Cigna, we don't believe that that should be a factor. You have the freedom to choose where you are cared for. We have a wide network, a global network that you can see your providers, hospitals, any specialists that you want. And it also works like a PPO where you can see any provider outside the network, not just in the network. You're not restricted to that. And then you can go anywhere. If you are spending a few months in Europe and a few months in Latin America and you're traveling the world, your insurance will go with you and you will get coverage and be able to see any provider that you want to see in whatever country you find yourself. As Gabriel mentioned, there are digital nomads who are working around and looking for other places and other places to work from and explore. Cigna will be with you wherever you go. And then, of course, our segment, our individual health, has been here for 15 years, and we have 2 centers of work of excellence where we work from. One is in Scotland, and the other one is in Dubai. So we are truly also international business, a global business, and we have centers in Spain. We have centers in where our employees work, and all of our customers get to experience the wide variety of cultures that work within our industry and within our company as well. And so what we do for our customers is to ensure that they will always be supported. They will have a case manager if they need one. You have around the clock customer support with our centers being all over the world. It's kind of we used to call it a follow the globe model. What we really mean is we follow our customers wherever they are. So it's not just a 9 to 5 US time, it's 24/7. Wherever you are, you'll find somebody to speak with you and take care of you. And then we have a wide network of providers. As I've mentioned, it's about 2.7 million providers, hospitals, and specialists in our network. And we also have the telehealth, where you can call at any time, any kind of specialty that you want, whether it's mental health, whether it is a coaching for, let's say you want to lose weight or stop smoking or pick up better habits, or any kind of coaching that you need, that is also included in our plans. You can have access to our preventative screening, and that is a wide variety of cancer screening, diabetes, and any kind of clinical help that you'll need. You'll also get assigned a case manager. If you happen to get a condition while you're on the plan, we will take care of you as well while you're there. We have a wide number of products for our clients here. We have our CGHO, the first product that is truly global, where you can take it with you wherever you go. There's 3 tiers of coverage on there. And then we also have our closed care, which is a little bit more limited. And that one is geared more for like students, or maybe if you are retired and know that you're just going to stay in one country and you're not really looking for that world-wide coverage, we have a product that can help you. And then we also have our senior bundle that really we want to focus on the health and vitality of our senior population as well. And included in that senior bundle, you will have age-related cancer screenings, annual routine physical exams, diabetic screenings, and life and management assistance as well while you're on that plan. And then you have other additional care for that population, like hypertension, type 2 diabetes, and glaucoma and arthritis for you to get all the help that you need. So we really are all encompassing, and we really do focus on the client and what their needs are, and tailor make a product and a plan that is just for you. And so that is everything on Cigna. We thank you so much for this. I know that there's a question and answer here at the end, so I wanted to leave some room for that as well.
Thank you so much for the presentation. We are ready now for the Q&A. If you have any questions, please, you can still submit. You still have time. Use the question tab that is located in the right side of your screen, and we'll be answering as many questions as we can cover today. And actually, I believe we have some questions over here. The first one is gonna be, who are the prime candidates for GIH?
The prime candidate for our products is anybody who is mobily global, anybody who is traveling throughout the world, whether it's, like Gabriel said, for work, a digital nomad, any retirees that want to retire outside their country of nationality, or maybe a student that is looking for coverage and is going to a university outside of their the place where they've grown up. And so all those people are eligible for our plans.
Thank you. Are dual national fees for this plan?
Yes, yes. If you're a dual national, we'll definitely take you. Let's say if you're a dual national and you want to stay in your country of nationality, but you happen to be a dual national, we can use your other nationality for you to stay where you're at. Because like I said, the main point, or the main factor in our plans is that you, excuse me, are an expat. So we do need to have that covered.
Another questions. What are the main difference between US and international health insurance coverage?
Between domestic coverage and global coverage? Is that, was that the
Yes.
question? Okay, so domestic coverage will cover you just in, usually the way it works is that it'll cover you within the area where you live, in your zip code. So in that square space where you live, you'll get coverage. The global space is different, where it'll cover you anywhere in the globe where you find yourself. It'll cover all 50 states in the United States and all countries around the world. So if you're like a digital nomad, or somebody who for work needs to travel a lot and needs to move around, wherever you find yourself in the globe, around the globe, that is where you'll get coverage, and you'll have comprehensive care. You can see a provider for a cold or cough, or you can go to the emergency room in case of an emergency. So all of the care that you will need is covered under our plans.
Thank you. Another question. Do you have a global network?
Yes, Cigna has a global network of 2.7 million worldwide. That is hospitals, providers, specialists, clinics that you can see around the world. And then you can also go outside the network as well, but it'll be really hard to find a facility that is not in our network. It's so extensive.
Another question. What are the common challenges companies face when managing health coverage for international mobile employees?
I think some of the challenges that our competitors have seen is they're not familiar with the space, unlike Cigna that's been in the industry and in this space for over 47 years in just the global space. We really do have it honed down to the providers that are in the network, how we take care of our clients. We really do understand the global space. Unfortunately, some companies have gone insolvent, meaning that they have had to close the doors. And Cigna is very careful to ensure that that does not happen in the future with our clients and with our company. I think some of the challenges as well is not understanding the global landscape of how other countries view healthcare. What we know domestic as healthcare here in the US is very different than how the world sees healthcare maybe in Spain or in China or around the globe. So Cigna has taken all the years of data and information and a customer base and has really learned what is more important to the clients in those areas. And our product even though there's 3 products or 2 main products, our products really do cover around the world and around the globe.
How does Vitalsurance, in collaboration with Cigna, tailor its healthcare for senior clients living on retiring abroad?
I'll let you take that, Gabriel.
Okay. So basically, there are, I don't know if you know, but there are people. Stephany and I worked with in a big show in Las Vegas, and there were a lot of people that want to retire from the U.S. overseas. So it's not only from the cases of people from Europe coming. They approached us, and a lot of those people are in the 60s, 70s, or 80s. So we try to custom made the plan. And how do we do that? Is because the beauty of the plans of Cigna is they're tailor made to make it even cheaper by doing it only for hospitalization, because some of those people have coverages already in the US for Medicare. So sometimes it doesn't make sense to have a Medicare and a full-fledged product in overseas. Let's say they're moving to Ecuador, Peru, or any other countries in South America. So they have at least a hospital plan that they can be covered in case of an emergency if they live in South America. So that's how we tailor made it. We tell them, okay, you have the Medicare plan for those senior people in the US, and you may need it if you want a surgery. But if there is an emergency in the new country, so at least they have a custom-made only hospital plan, and Cigna provides that.
And now, after the pandemic, we all know that most of the companies, or a lot of companies in the US, they are working with people abroad in another countries. How does Vitalsurance integrate the telehealth services?
Well, the telehealth is done by Cigna Global because Vitalsurance is the brokerage part. So Cigna Global have actually an app that you can use it. It's very, very good app. Actually, about a few weeks ago, I was helping a client to work with this app, and I realized that it's an amazing app. But this is a program that is all managed by Cigna Global. And the thing that we do is we let them know that this app exists, because there are a lot of brokers that they like to just sell and not giving the value added of the product, because you have to show them all the good things that the client has so you can use it. And unfortunately, there are some brokers that don't share that. And so if they need to go to an emergency room and they don't know about this product, they will waste their time, because this can help them to make a decision if it's worth it to go somewhere to a facility or not.
Thank you.
Thank you for the question.
We have another question. What is a medical evacuation process? And it is covered to my home country or just the nearest qualified facility?
So maybe Stephany will jump on it as well, but usually the the medical evacuation works when you are in a certain situation, a certain island that you need help to get transported from that location to a reputable hospital. So if you need to be transported because you had an accident, the team of Cigna will make the decision, or the people they contracted in the evacuation, to go to this hospital or to the other hospital. So those transportation evacuation are done globally. So it's not only local, it's global. So it's a very good service that I think that everyone should have it. The good thing about Cigna Global is that they have it in their insurance, and a lot of the domestic plans in the U.S., if you travel overseas, they have the emergency room, but they don't have the air ambulance. So you have to take in consideration that there are some holes if you don't have the plan of Cigna Global. I'm not saying it because Stephany is with me. It's because it's a fact. You might be in a real trouble if this insurance doesn't offer it to you.
Yeah, and I'll also add that those are great points. And also, if you have been living outside your country of nationality and you do get sick, God forbid, a cancer, and you would like to go home and seek the care that you need closer to home with your family and loved ones in a familiar area, there's also repatriation as a part of that module that is optional, where that will also get you back to your home country so you can seek the care that you need in a familiar place.
Thank you. The next question. Is this survey for mobile people or people planning to stay in one country?
So it won't cover a local national. If you are, let's say, in this case, a U.S. citizen and you're staying in the U.S., you can't fit, the product isn't for you. It's for those that are going to be moving abroad at least 6 months out of the year, who are going to be living outside, whether it's close by, maybe in Central, if you're a U.S. citizen living in, let's say, South America, Central America, anywhere in the world, that is the one it covers, but we do not cover local nationals.
How do I find a doctor or hospital when I am abroad that accepts my insurance? Is there a direct billing option?
Yes, so you can find a provider in your network in your customer portal. You can log in and it'll give you a list of the area where you're at, all the providers that are in that area. You can also call into our customer service number and they'll direct you where you can get care if you're not sure or you're unfamiliar with the area. Sorry, what was the second part of that question?
Yes, if there are a direct billing option.
Yeah, so you can pay directly to the provider and we'll reimburse you, or the company pays directly to the provider. Both can be done with Cigna.
Ever asked, I am a dual international American and European who has never lived in Europe. It is sustainable in Europe until I am eligible for health insurance until I become a resident or wherever and settled on Europe.
So I lost a little bit on the
This
question.
is like a dual national, a European American, right?
Yes.
I mean, he can decide to live in Europe and be a foreign national as U.S., or if he wants to live in Europe, and he can do it right away, if that's the question. I mean,
Next
we can
question.
provide that insurance to him while he's living in Europe.
Yeah.
And the good thing is that insurance will cover him in the US as well. So it's both.
International law.
Yeah.
Okay. Are pre-existing conditions covered, and what is the process for getting them approved?
So all of our applications are fully medically underwritten. That means that there is a review on your health. If there's a pre-existing condition, our underwriters do have to review that condition, seeing where the I guess, kind of like the length of that pre-existing, the condition, and are you seeking care, are you in care, or, and also what medications, and then the underwriters will determine from there what happens. It could be an exclusion on your plan, meaning that will be excluded, and then at every renewable period, at the 1-year mark, we can revisit that exclusion and possibly add it back in the plan if you're healthy enough.
Next question. Can I find out what I will pay for a specific medication I am on out of the pocket, assuming I am not eligible under your plans?
So you want, let's say you have an exclusion on the plan, and then you want to know how much your medications are where you're living. Is that the question?
Yes, and then assuming that this person has a specific medication and he has to pay out of pocket, and he wants to know if
How much it would be?
yes, how much it will be, and more specifically if is eligible under the coverage of the plan.
Yeah, so if there is a pre-existing condition and you have medication and it's not covered under the plan, if maybe that was an exclusion on the policy, our clinical care team will help you sort that out. We always have somebody there to help you. Our clinical care team will help direct you as to how much that is or where you can get it in the area that you're at, especially if it's a new area. For most of our clients, they end up being in a new area where they're not familiar about the pharmacy or how it works. Our customer service and our clinical care team will help you.
Next question. Do the plans cover preventive care or routine checkups, or is primarily for emergencies?
No, the great thing about our plan is that we do cover routine care, your annual screenings. We do have a lot of coverage under our preventative care module, which will help you pre-screen for cancer, diabetes, other health risks that you might be facing or that you might not be aware of. Our plans will cover your annual preventative screenings.
Next question by Rodrigo. We have a professional that we will be assigned to Europe, and his nationality is Cuban, but he is a US resident. Can this product apply for him?
Yes, that would be a candidate. We just would need his passport to be valid, and he would be somebody that fits under the plan.
Are repatriations of remains costs covered in the event of death abroad?
Yes, repatriation of mortal remains are part of that module. That's correct.
Let me see if we have more questions over here.
Very good questions, actually.
Great. I believe we have covered all the questions. I don't know if the audience you can send me some another questions. We still have some time over here. Let me check the last questions over here. Yes. What are the pros and cons of annual and monthly payment plans?
Well, the great thing with the annual payments is that there's a 10% discount that automatically gets added to that quote and that price. So there's a discount. There's a discount for annually, which is 10%. Quarterly is a 3%, and monthly doesn't get you any kind of discounts, but those would be one of the great advantages of going annual payment.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I think that we have covered all the questions already. And thank you, Gabriel and Stephany, for your time, for your insights, and your openings for this, and you being open for this conversation. We hope this webinar has been give you practical takeaways and new practices and how the insurance landscape is evolving. And if you would like to watch this session again, we have the recorded webinar and we're gonna share it with you so you can share it with your colleagues or another person that you think it could be beneficial from the insights of today. You can also visit our YouTube channel. As I always tell you, we have different events and webinars, so you can check on our website, www.spaneuschamber.com. So thank you so much for today conversation, and see you in another webinar.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Joella. Thank you for having us.
Bye.